Well, a lot of people ask me, Peg, how does John Bestian get to own Bachman Jewelers? What's the connection there? And it goes back to Barney Bachman, who was the founder of the store. Barney Bachman lived on 9th Avenue down by Lake George, not too far away. And when he founded the store, he was on the second floor above the old Kresge's building, right down the street here, just above where Ciotti's used to be. And my father lived about 3 doors away. And my dad would mow the lawn, wash the windows for Barney, and eventually Barney asked Ted to come down and work at the store, part-time, cleaning the floors, shoveling coal into the furnace, doing some of those kinds of things. And eventually my dad became a watchmaker and a goldsmith for Barney and continued with his son Clayton when Clayton took over the store. My father eventually bought the store from Clayton Bachman in 1972. And that was about the time when I was in high school that I started working down here part-time also, and thinking that I would never really end up in this business, I stayed and eventually bought it from my father about 15 years ago. I'm absolutely committed to downtown. We moved to this location in 1956, and I get asked the question a lot, why don't you move to Crossroads? Why don't you go to a strip mall? Why don't you go here? Why don't you go there? I'm really happy to be downtown. It's really the heart of the city as far as I'm concerned. No business can really operate without employees, and I've been very blessed to have some of the best employees around, I think. Mary Jo and Jerry have been with me for over 20 years. Audrey and Namik have been coming up on 20 years. Mary's been with me a couple of years, and every one of them has been a delight to work with. And more importantly, my customers love them. As an owner, you can only do so much. There's really, in fact, very little that you can do on your own. And the employees are the lifeblood of any business.
So tell me about John, what it's like to work with him.
Oh, it's great. I mean, I came here, I didn't know how to speak language or anything, and he gave me a chance to do what I love, and I already knew, but he if you will, took the chance, hiring somebody who barely spoke any English.
The atmosphere here, working with John, is it's laid back. We try to make sure that everything is ready to go.
We have people that come to see John and Jamie, his wife, who's a big part of the business also, whom I really admire. And they come just because they've known the family for many, many, many years, and their parents have done business here, which I think speaks very highly of a store. I'm so very, very proud of them for conducting the business the way they do. They're very family oriented, and I think from a business standpoint, John and Jamie put their whole heart and soul into making people happy. From a customer standpoint, I don't think you could ask for more honest and compassionate people to deal with.
In 2001 and 2003, I made 2 trips to South Africa, and I kind of consider those some of the highlights of my professional career. I went home, told my wife Jamie, said, we're going to go to South Africa in March. She looked at me and said, or can we take a real vacation? And I said, no, this is going to be our vacation. And when it was over, she really thought it was one of the best trips that she'd been on. We went into the diamond mines, we went into the cutting facilities, and maybe best of all, we went on a picture-taking safari, which was absolutely spectacular. It's just a life-changing event. The cutting facility is amazing. The process that it takes to cut a rough diamond and make it into a polished diamond is a process that could take as much as 3 or 4 days. Very happy that I got to be a part of that and see part of that.
Yeah, table up.
I'm really happy to be downtown. It's really the heart of the city as far as I'm concerned.